Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to Copic colors for the month of May. And since it's May, that means it has to be a mermaid. So as you see, as I had my sketch, I did that off screen the night before, and I'm just attaching it to my light board, and I will be using a 005 Fineliner for this one. And first off, talk about the piece a little bit, because I do this moment in real time. I just want to show you how slow of a inker or liner I am, and it doesn't help that my webcam, I use a webcam to record this, is right in my face, because this is actually a really good angle and I want to keep that angle, but in order to keep it, the camera is like right in my face. And that being said, I can't hunch over my desk and do the lines. I'm so used to having my face so close to the paper when I'm doing my lines so I can get that precision. But with this, I can't. Having that camera right there prevents me from being super close to the camera, which in turn is a good thing, because if you're far away from the camera, that means you have to have a better posture. And through the years of through school and all that, I was always hunched over my paper, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. Like, usually when you're looking down at a paper, you're looking down and thus you hunch. Whereas when I'm at my animation desk, the only reason I would hunch is if my face is 2 centimeters away from the paper. So having it further back means I can have a proper posture and I won't go hunchback at the age of 40. Alright, so enough of that. I'm going to talk about this piece. I definitely made a mermaid, but I didn't make a traditional mermaid where she is half human, half fish. I like the idea of mermaids being humanoid in nature. So they are a fish completely, but they resemble a human. I really like this idea, and as much as I love The Little Mermaid and the mermaids from Peter Pan, I definitely like the more humanoid aspect of a mermaid. And that being said, I've been drawing a lot of fish for some freelance, and I've noticed that fish have like crazy patterns and like things just coming out of them. I'm specifically looking at fish, and there's some fish that have like spikes coming out of them with like mesh in between. I'm doing a terrible job describing all this, but the one thing that I do love about these fish is that the patterns on them, they're never they're patterns, but they're also very unique. And as I finished the inking, I was like, okay, it's kind of blank. Am I gonna do a pattern with the fine liner, or I'm gonna do a pattern with the markers? So I decided to do a little pattern with the fine liners, because I love doing textures with fine liners, and I decided to do her entire body except for her face. And for her headpiece, it was more, the lines got thicker, lines got longer. So this is the comparison between the rough sketch and the final, which I'm pretty happy with. So we're gonna tape that down, and we're gonna get into the juicy bit of today's video, which is the coloring. So the colors are Y21, R32, and RV69 for the month of May. I like the yellow and the rose. They blend very well together. My only concern was the darker wine color. But I was like, you know what, I'll do with this liner. First things first, I will get the main color down, which is she is a mermaid that is yellow with the blend of pink, and the blend of pink, because the yellow and the pink on top of each other make a really nice color. So I took that advantage of that, being okay, instead of being 3 different colors, she will have 4 colors. So I plot down the yellow first, because that's like her skin color, like the base color of her, and I play around with her fins being, I guess, translucent, which some fish are. I definitely ditched that later on, because when I started doing the pink and I started blending it, I was like, ooh, this looks good, so I'll just do this. And then her secondary color is the pink. I I'm trying to think because I just recorded this video and I'm thinking of like the process that I took. So yeah, the rose and the yellow were definitely an easy combination. It was the red, yeah, the RV that I had to somehow incorporate. And when I looked at the colors, I was like, okay, there's like a light color, there's a mid-tone, and there's a dark color, but that dark color is exceptionally dark. And so what I decided to do is that I cheated just a tad bit and used the colorless blender, which some people do and do not do. It helps me in order to blend the colors better. Before I started this piece, I tried to blend the rose color with the wine color, and I couldn't do it. It's not in my ability. So I use the colorless blender using the tip to tip technique in order to have it blend a little bit. And there's this texture that comes from using the colorless blender that I really do like. You can see it from this distance away from it, but I will be uploading a high-res version at one point on my Instagram so you can see that texture. The one thing I do wish I did was do another stripe on her tail. Now that I look at it, there's only 3 stripes, but there's that little empty space between the tip of her tail and like the first stripe. I wish I could have done like another one. It would have been very nice. But texture. Once I started doing it, I was like, okay, I have the lines from the Fineliner, but let's do dots. I love dots. I used to do pointillism a little bit in my teenagehood, and I kind of want to go back to it because it's nice. But I was also referring to these textures that fish have. They love dots, but they're not like, they're irregular. Anyways, I'm super happy with this piece, and some of the marker did bleed, so that's why I'm doing the whole outline. So this is the final piece, guys. I hope you like this. So this will be available to my patrons, the postcard tier, so I'll be scanning this and sending it to you. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.